Welcome to the Psychology and Physical Training channel. The uninvited guests in our minds, we all have them. Those unwelcome thoughts that pop into our heads at the most inconvenient times. They can catch us off guard, disrupting our peace and focus. These thoughts can be intrusive, distracting, and even distressing, making it hard to concentrate on the tasks at hand or enjoy the present moment. They might be about anything, from anxieties about the future to embarrassing memories from the past. Sometimes they are irrational fears or doubts that seem to come out of nowhere. It's like having a noisy roommate in your mind who just won't be quiet, constantly chattering and making it difficult to find peace. It's crucial to understand that having these thoughts is a normal part of being human. Everyone experiences them, and they are a natural function of our active minds. Our minds are constantly generating thoughts, and some of them are bound to be unpleasant or unwanted. This is simply how our brains work, processing information and emotions. The important thing is not to suppress these thoughts, but to learn how to manage them effectively. Suppression can often make them stronger, giving them more power over us. Just like we can choose which clothes to wear each day, we can also choose how we respond to the thoughts that enter our minds. We have the power to decide our reaction. Learning to manage these thoughts is not about eliminating them completely, but rather about changing our relationship with them. It's about finding a way to coexist with them peacefully. By developing effective strategies, we can learn to observe these thoughts without judgment, allowing them to pass through our minds like clouds in the sky. This practice can bring a sense of calm and clarity, helping us to navigate our mental landscape with greater ease. Understanding the nature of thoughts. Thoughts are like bubbles in a stream, constantly arising and passing away. They come and go, often without us even noticing their transient nature. They are not facts, but rather fleeting mental events. Just like clouds drifting across the sky, thoughts are temporary and ever-changing. Just because a thought pops into your head doesn't mean it's true or that you need to believe it. It's crucial to recognize that thoughts are just one aspect of our mental landscape. Think of your mind as a radio. It's constantly receiving signals, but you get to choose which station to tune into. You have the power to decide which thoughts to focus on and which to let go. Our thoughts are influenced by a variety of factors, including our past experiences, our current environment, and our underlying beliefs. These influences shape the way we perceive the world and ourselves. Understanding these influences can help us to better understand why certain thoughts arise. By journaling or reflecting, we can gain insights into the patterns of our thinking. It's important to remember that you are not your thoughts. You are much more than the sum of your mental chatter. You are the observer of your thoughts, the one who is aware of them. This awareness allows you to create a space between you and your thoughts. By recognizing that thoughts are not permanent fixtures in our minds, we can begin to loosen their grip on our emotional well-being. Letting go of unhelpful thoughts can lead to a more peaceful and balanced state of mind. The first step to freedom. Acceptance is not about liking or approving of unwanted thoughts, but rather about acknowledging their presence without judgment. It's like acknowledging that it's raining outside without getting upset about it. Fighting against unwanted thoughts often only makes them stronger. Instead of trying to suppress these thoughts, try simply observing them without judgment. Notice them, acknowledge them, and then let them go. Imagine your thoughts as leaves floating down a stream. You can watch them float by without getting caught up in them. Acceptance is a powerful tool for managing unwanted thoughts. The power of distraction. Distraction is a valuable tool for managing unwanted thoughts. When you find yourself caught in a cycle of negative thinking, engaging in a distracting activity can help to break the cycle. There are many different types of distractions that can be effective. Physical activities such as exercise or going for a walk can be particularly helpful. Hobbies and creative pursuits can also be excellent distractions. Engaging in activities you enjoy can help to take your mind off of unwanted thoughts and provide a sense of accomplishment. Mind games such as Sudoku or crossword puzzles can also be helpful distractions. These activities require focus and concentration, which can help to shift your attention away from negative thoughts. Finding peace in the present moment. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It involves observing your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without getting caught up in them. Meditation is a common mindfulness practice that can help to cultivate present moment awareness. There are many different types of meditation, but the basic principle is the same: to focus on your breath, a mantra, or a specific object, and to gently redirect your attention when your mind wanders. The benefits of mindfulness are numerous. It can help to reduce stress, improve focus, and increase self-awareness. By learning to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment, we can develop a greater sense of equanimity and emotional regulation. Mindfulness can be practiced anywhere, anytime. The key is to bring your attention to the present moment and observe your experience without judgment. Challenging the validity of thoughts. Our thoughts are not always accurate reflections of reality. They can be influenced by our emotions, past experiences, and even our current mood. Sometimes our minds can distort situations and create negative thought patterns. These patterns can lead us to believe things that aren't necessarily true, causing unnecessary stress and anxiety. Challenging the validity of these thoughts is a powerful tool for managing them. By questioning our thoughts, we can start to see them for what they really are: just thoughts, not facts. One way to challenge thoughts is to ask yourself, is this thought really true? Can I find evidence to support it, or is it based on assumptions? Often, when we examine our thoughts closely, we find that they are based on assumptions or fears rather than facts. This realization can help us to let go of these unhelpful thoughts. Another helpful question to ask is this thought helpful? Does it serve a purpose, or is it just making me feel worse? Even if a thought is true, it might not be helpful to dwell on it. Sometimes it's better to focus on more constructive thoughts that can lead to positive actions. By challenging the validity of our thoughts, we can begin to break free from negative thought patterns and create a more positive and realistic outlook. This process takes time and practice, but it is worth the effort. This empowers us to take control of our mental landscape and cultivate a more balanced and resilient mindset. We become more aware of our thoughts and can choose which ones to believe and act upon. It's like fact-checking a news article. You want to make sure the information is accurate before you believe it. By doing this regularly, we can develop a habit of thinking more critically and positively. Controlling your environment, controlling your thoughts. Our environment can have a significant impact on our thoughts and feelings. Creating a supportive and positive environment can help to reduce unwanted thoughts. One way to control your environment is to limit exposure to negative influences. This might include limiting exposure to negative news, social media, or people who drain your energy. Surrounding yourself with positive influences can also be helpful. This might include spending time with supportive friends and family, listening to uplifting music, or reading inspiring books. Creating a positive environment can nurture your mental well-being and promote a more positive outlook. A tidy space can lead to a tidy mind. Identifying and avoiding triggers. Triggers are specific situations, people, or things that can provoke unwanted thoughts. Identifying and avoiding triggers is an important step in managing these thoughts. Keeping a thought journal can be a helpful way to identify triggers. Write down your unwanted thoughts and the situations that preceded them. This can help you to recognize patterns and identify specific triggers. Once you've identified your triggers, you can start to develop strategies to avoid them. This might involve limiting contact with certain people, avoiding certain situations, or changing your routine. Sometimes avoiding triggers altogether is not possible. In these cases, developing coping mechanisms can be helpful. Having a toolbox of coping mechanisms can empower you to navigate challenging situations effectively. The key to lasting change. Self-compassion is about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend. It involves recognizing that everyone makes mistakes and that it's okay to be imperfect. When you experience unwanted thoughts, it's easy to fall into self-criticism. However, self-criticism only makes things worse. Instead of criticizing yourself, try offering yourself compassion. Acknowledge that you're struggling, but remind yourself that you're not alone and that you're doing the best you can. Practicing self-compassion can have a profound impact on your mental well-being. By treating yourself with kindness and understanding, you can create a more supportive and nurturing inner environment. Progress, not perfection. Changing your relationship with your thoughts is a journey, not a destination. There will be times when you struggle, and that's okay. It's important to remember that progress, not perfection, is the goal. Don't get discouraged if you experience setbacks. When you find yourself struggling, try to be patient with yourself and remind yourself that you're learning and growing. Every time you notice an unwanted thought and choose to respond to it differently, you're making progress. Celebrate your successes along the way. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. Reclaiming your mental space. You have the power to choose how you respond to your thoughts. You are not a victim of your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. This understanding can be incredibly empowering. The techniques discussed in this essay can help you to reclaim your mental space and cultivate a more positive and peaceful inner world. By practicing acceptance, distraction, mindfulness, and self-compassion, you can learn to manage your thoughts effectively. Remember that you are not alone in this journey. Many people struggle with unwanted thoughts. You have the power to create the mental space you desire. And if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe and follow the Psychology and Physical Training channel for more videos. Thanks for joining me today on this journey.